Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You watching Casino Is Name. And real quick, man, I just wanted to come on in here and talk to you guys about the difference between the rich and the poor mindset. It is vital and important that you guys understand the difference between the two and that you start thinking like the rich right now because the old saying is that a fool and his money will soon part. And it is very true. And not very many people will maintain the level of income that they have if they don't start doing the things or at least start thinking the way that a person who already has or who comes from money already thinks. It's, at one point in time, I think it was in 2009, they did a study and it said that 78% of all NFL players, retired NFL players, ended up basically broke, bankrupt within 2 years of retirement. So there were football players that made 80 million, $100 million. There were basketball players that made 80 million, $100 million over the course of a 10-year span, and they are working at Starbucks or Walmart or broke on the corner or begging for money, pawning Super Bowl rings, NBA Finals rings. Like, it is crazy to think that somebody could run through $100 million in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, even 100 years. I mean, you would think that $100 million would last forever. But if you have a poor mindset, it's not going to change. Like, you're going to still end up running through your money because you don't think like the rich. So now I can't quote this exactly right, but so don't, this isn't going to be exact to how the book may have it or how the article may have it, but it'll be a general synopsis. And so it said that, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm trying to see something real quick, but I got 8 people on here. What's good? Nicole, I see you. I see you. But it says that, I'm not going to quote this exactly right, but it says very poor people think day to day, right? So very poor people, you ask them, hey, what you going to be doing tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to eat tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to, I don't know what is the next money going, the next little piece of money going to come from tomorrow, but I appreciate you for this $5 now. I'm just glad to have this $50 right now. This is my last $50. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Very poor people think that way. They live day to day. They don't know where they're going to sleep sometimes the next day. Maybe they do know where they're going to sleep, but they don't know where their money coming from the next day. Or maybe they know where their money coming from the next day, or not money, but maybe the food they're going to eat. They're not sure. They're just trying to figure every day out. They're taking one day at a time. And living that way, they're not thinking about next week. You ever heard somebody say, I ain't worrying about next week, I'm worried about right now. And so they're the people who do I ain't gonna say they're the people, but a lot of people who think that way, they do the pawn shop where they go pawn something and they're gonna go back tomorrow and pick it up because they're always just worried about right now. What's good, Darnell? I see you. Prep, what's good, bro? That's crazy. I see y'all. Yo, y'all see what time it is? I ain't think nobody was gonna be on here. Right, living far above their means. That's right. Thinking like the rich is easy. Just scam the poor. Hey, that's that's an interesting concept. But then, okay, so very poor people think day to day. Poor people think week to week, right? They can see far out, or I get paid every week, so that's how they, that's what they think. They think week to week. They'll say, well, I'll pay it this week, and then a lot of those people. So people who sell things like Rent-A-Center and stuff like that, they target people who think week to week. They target those people. They say, well, it's only $20 a week. It's only $100 a week. It's only $50 a week. So poor people be like, you know what? It's only $50 a week. It's only $20 a week. And so they target those people with those kind of advertisements. That's why you see those things broken down that way in different ways to basically cater to that mindset. Because if that person were to see it in a year, they'll be like, oh my God. But if you break it down and say, hey, well, it's only $50 a week, but it's for like 3 years, So it's $50 a week. It's 52 weeks in a year, So when you think about it over 52 weeks and then 104 weeks, then you start saying, wait, this is crazy, So they do that. They target those people in that way purposely. And then the middle class, well, lower middle class, they think month to month or bi-weekly to month, every 2 weeks to 1 month. So they can plan out a month, 2 weeks to a month. I get paid every 2 weeks, so I'm gonna pay this then. I get paid 2 more weeks, and I pay that then. And they think along those lines. They think bi-weekly to bi-weekly. They say, well, I get 2 checks in a month, so in that time frame, that'll be enough to cover this. And then the next check, I'm gonna pull this out of that check, right? So they think 2 weeks to a month. And then upper middle class, I think it's like they think 1 month to 6 months out. So they can see 1 month. They actually do their bills and they plan everything out. And they say, okay, I'm gonna think 1 month at a time, 2 months at a time. They can think 6 months out. They can think 6 months. I think they even think 6 months to a year, maybe something like that. That's upper middle class. But then the rich people they think 1 to 5 year increments. So they plan out 1 to 5 years. So that's when they'll say, okay, well, if I put this money in this CD or in this investment, or if I look at these bills, how much of these bills going to cost me in the entire year? And then they're going to say, okay, well, so this car note is going to cost me whatever for the year. I can have that paid off in a year, or I can I can put this money here. I can park this money here for 3 years, and then I'll be graduating with my doctorate, and I'll be getting ready and I'll be moving up into this realm. And so they plan out 3 to 5 years, 1 to 4 years, things like that. And then very rich people, they think in 10-year increments. They think 10, 20, and up to 50 years in advance. How many of you guys are actually thinking 50 years out? How many people really thinking 50 years out? Hey, yo, what's good? I see y'all. Okay, Jasmine in here. Okay, Giuliani. Okay, D. Giuliani, I see you. St. Patrick, man. What's up, Ghost? Hey, that's what's up, man. You say waiting on me to show up. Man, we got 31 people in here. Y'all see what time it is? It is 12:54. That's crazy. It's 31 people up right now. Like, y'all supposed to be partying. I'm the one who's supposed to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be out enjoying the day, enjoying the night. It's a good night to be out. But yeah, so very rich people think in 10, 20, 30 year increments. How many of you guys actually thinking 50 years out from right now? That's how the very rich are planning. They're planning 50 years out. They're 18 planning 50 years out. The way they get like that is by upbringing. I ain't gonna say nobody. Well, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who is from where I was from who's really thinking 30 years from now. Nobody. Not growing up how I grew up. None of us were out there in the street thinking 30 years from now, let me start doing this now so that 30 years, this is gonna be this. But when those billionaires and their children, when they're teaching their children, they're showing them, hey, we're going to build these apartment complexes because in 30 years, when it's your turn to take over, you're going to be set. 50 years from now, you're going to be set. I don't want to have to worry about you 50 years from now. And so they're thinking that far out. That's how the Rockefellers built their legacies. That's how the Rothschilds built their legacies, They were thinking that far out because they know, hey man, it's going to take a long time for us to pay these apartments off. It's going to take a long time for us to get this money back out of building this building or building these buildings, but our grandkids will be straight. So they think that way, but we thinking, shoot, I don't know how many tomorrow, or okay, in 2 weeks, I'm going to get this money, and then 2 weeks from there. So they don't have the vision. You have to have vision. What's good, man? I see y'all. James Brown in here. Thinking that far out, but not rich. Well, you know what? It's okay if you're thinking that far out, but you're not rich right now, because what you have is you have a rich mindset, which means that, so somebody let's say somebody's rich right now, right? But they have a poor mindset. That means that it's only a matter of time before they return back to the poor. Unless they just have so much money that they can't even spend it all. But there are billionaires who've lost $1 billion. So when football players, go play football, the basketball players go play football, and they still have that poor mindset that they grew up with, that they made $30,000 today, then they're going to go to the strip club and they're going to throw 25,000, and then they're going to go buy some shoes for 5,000 because they made 30,000 that day, and then tomorrow, because they know they got a check coming the next day. So when they're living like that, they're actually living like poor people. They're just looking for the next hit. So when you have that mindset, you end up returning back no matter how much money you got. Because remember, the difference between rich and wealth, everybody talk about building wealth, but the difference between being rich and being wealthy is rich is measured in amount. Wealth is measured in time, right? So rich, you can be $1 million rich, right? But if you spend $1 million a day, or if you let's say you spend $500,000 a day, then you're only 2 days wealthy. You might be $1 million rich, but you're only 2 days wealthy. And then if you're somebody who say, well, I spend $30,000 a year and I got $300,000, then you're 10 years wealthy. So that's how that's measured. And so when people talk about building wealth, they're talking about building things that will continue to sustain their lifestyle, for however long, hopefully for infinite amount of time. So that's what people be talking about when they talking about building wealth. It's never really explained that way, but everybody who's talking about building wealth, that's really what they're saying. They want to have enough money coming in to sustain their lifestyle without, them actually going down, or at least sustain it long enough to outlast them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Darnell said that's not wealth. Foolish people only think about Fridays and Mondays. That's what's up. Very true facts. 100. Darnell, you said that's not wealth. What's wealth? She said, Nicole said she planned her empire. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Plan it out. DJ Queese, I see you. Cool Key. Man, we got 40 people in here, man. Y'all going hard. Y'all going hard up here, man, late night. That's crazy. But yeah, so like we got to start thinking at least like the people who actually have the large sums of money, who grew up with this money, because our kids are not growing up with financial literacy because our parents didn't give it to us and our grandparents didn't give it to them. And so we're not giving it to our youth. So we need to understand it and we need to get it down right, and then we need to pass that along to the next generation because, the reason why I was coining the phrase fast money is because we have been getting, like when everybody say, well, we behind, right? These people have had time to build, like other races, other nationalities have had time to build their incomes or their wealth. They have had time to build, because in order to build wealth, you have to have time. You got to have time. In order to build wealth, you got to have time. You got to buy that building. You got to wait for it 30 years. You got to get this business that make $1 million a year, and you need to hold on to this business, or you need to keep that business in your family for 70 to 80 years so that y'all can amass enough money to, you know what I'm saying? And so that you're only going to build wealth in time. That's built over time. Rich, you can get rich quick, but real wealth, when we talking like, when we talking about like families who are like the Waltons, where everybody's a billionaire, like when they got 5 billionaires in the, brothers and sisters or something like that. When you're talking about that level of wealth, like in order to do that, you got to have time. You got to have time to build that wealth, to build that business, to build all those things up. So, okay, hold on. So not only thinking like them, but working together to build those empires. Facts. Real estate and bonds. Facts. Having assets that pay you. Well, having assets that pay you, that's a good one. That's that's dope. Let me see. Robert Williams says, what type of business do you suggest we get into transition to consistent wealth? You know what? It's Walmart money. Facts. Jermaine said oil money. So what business would I suggest? I find that it's money in everything, right? It's money everywhere. And I say that on my intro thing, right? But it's money everywhere. It's like money in everything that you can imagine. There's money in diapers, right? Right now, to me, one of the best businesses to build wealth, consistent wealth, at least right now, would be life insurance. Matter of fact, let me see something. And the reason is only because the baby boomer generation, my mom's generation, so many of them are going into or retiring, and every business that was ever built around every cycle of a business that was ever around that generation made probably became a household name. So a lot of people may not know what the baby boomers, why they call them the baby boomers. It's because soldiers were coming back from war, and when they were coming back, they was making babies, right? And so when they was coming back, I think they said like every soldier had made like 6 babies or something like that. That's how crazy it was. It was like the equation was something like almost every soldier who came back had 6 kids. Like either they was coming back, making babies and leaving, coming back, making babies and leaving. So every soldier just about had 6 babies who went to war. And if you didn't have 6, somebody else had your 6, right? It was like crazy. So they called them the baby boomers because overnight, all of these, within a year, all of these babies were entering the world, and they didn't have enough diapers to sustain that level of childbirth. They didn't have enough milk. They didn't have enough baby lotion. So overnight, Johnson & Johnson became a household name. Everybody knew who they were. Everybody was buying their stuff. They had to ramp up production. And so then when the baby boomers turned a certain age and they got ready to go to grade school, then the Jan Sports, I don't know if Jan Sport is actually one of the companies that was around, but if you made book bags when all those kids turned 4 and 5 years old and they had to go to kindergarten and preschool and all of that, you sold out. You sold out. And so you had to ramp up production. And then when they got ready to turn 16 and they was fit to get their first car and they was fit to get that Mustang, that's what built Ford. I mean, that's what, those things, like, they couldn't build enough. They couldn't make them fast enough. And so every business that was ever built around that time frame kind of, pretty much just grew. And so even when they got ready to start buying houses, during that time frame, when they, was ready to start buying houses, when they reached a certain age, then that business grew. And now with so many of them going into retirement and also like needing nursing homes and things like that, because they're getting older now. Now, let me see how many. Matter of fact, can one of y'all look this up for me? Since I'm live right now, right? Can one of you guys look up how many baby boomers are turning 65 right now? Because I know it was 10,000 per day were turning 65, and that was going to go on for a while. Now, I don't know how long it was going to go on for. See, he said those companies thought 10 years ahead. You know what? Other companies should have thought 10 years ahead, but when it first happened, nobody expected it, right? Like it surprised everybody when it first happened. But after that, the other businesses, like the book bag businesses and the car companies and things like that, they were able to see them getting ready to enter the market. They was preparing themselves. They was like, okay, let's get ready. They coming. Next year, we're gonna get 10,000 every day turning 16, at this one particular time. And so they was getting ready. But when that first hit and all those babies start being born, nobody was ready. It was like everybody was taking off guard. Every business that dealt with babies, the Similac, all of those companies, they was just surprised. And so then it was like, oh yeah, let's get this money. And so they made a lot of money, and it was 10,000 babies, being born day after day, year after year, like for a while. So 10,000 daily, but 10,000 a day for how long? How long will it last? I know it's 10,000 turning 65 every day, but how long would those baby boomers be turning 65? Like how many years longer do we have that many baby boomers will be turning 65? So think about that. 10,000 people turning 65 every day, and it was going to go on for a generation. Like that every day. We're not talking about a year. We're not talking about 2 years. We're talking about a generation. We talking 5, 10 years or something like that. Every day, 10,000 people will turn to 65. And they're going to need nursing homes. They're going to need walkers. They're going to need asthma pumps. They're going to need oxygen tanks. They're going to need all of those kind of things. So a lot of them still don't have life insurance. And as crazy as it sounds, my mom only recently got life insurance herself. And I'm still shocked at it, really. Like, but if you ask me, like, what kind of business would be a very profitable business, yeah, assisted living. That's right, James Brown. Assisted living till 2020. Wait, somebody say till 2029. Somebody say till 2030. Which one is it? Which one is it? Is it till 2029 or is it till 2030? Is it till 2020? Like, how long is it gonna go? Oh, 2030. Okay, 2029 or 2030? Which one, Prep? Which one, James? Which one? So think about that. 10,000 baby boomers are going to be turning 65 for still another, 10 years or so. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? So 10,000 every day, and they're going to continue to get older. So they're going to cycle, right? So they're going to go through cycles. They're going to go through 2030. That's crazy. So they're going to go through a cycle, right? They're going to go through, okay, they turn 65, so now they're going in retirement. So they're going to want to buy boats, right? They're going to want to make sure they got their life insurance together, or their life insurance, because they're retiring, they're not going to have the same life insurance that they had at work. So they're going to have to get a different type of life insurance, because it's not going to be, it may not go through the job anymore. It might still go through the job, but 9 times out of 10, some of them are probably going to be trying to find a different life insurance, or never had life insurance. Their children are going to be saying, hey, Daddy, you don't look right. We need to get you some life insurance. So I think life insurance would be dope. This is just me brainstorming. Y'all, you kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared for that question, but you kind of caught me off guard. But that's one of the things that I would be trying to do, selling life insurance. If I was just trying to take something from scratch, and I know it's going to be profitable moving forward. But I would definitely do life insurance. Assisted living would be a dope, thing to do. It's a lot of money in that. It's also, it's a sensitive type of position. You're gonna see people sick, you're gonna see people old, and things like that. You have to take care of them, and you're dealing with lives. So I hope that anybody who deals in that arena is actually somebody who is not just doing it for the money, right? I am a healthcare administrator. I have associate's degree in healthcare management. I worked in the Air Force for, how long was I in the Air Force? I'm technically still in the Air Force. I'm in the reserves now though, but I have been in the Air Force for a while, and that was my last primary position, was healthcare management. I ran 2 clinics. I ran one at Robins Air Force Base in the admin section, and one in Wichita, Kansas. And so luckily I wasn't dealing with like older patients and things like that. I was only dealing with younger soldiers and stuff like that, and airmen. And so, but going into that kind of assisted living facility, you're gonna have to, just make sure that you ain't just going into it for the money, and you actually taking care of them people. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, let's see what they say. All right, so that's why healthcare sector in the stock market is rated to as to outperform. Okay. Robert Williams says, because a large amount of the population reaching an elderly age, so business associated with this baby boomer group could be lucrative. Not could be, will be lucrative. Will be. Also, hold on, let me read the next question. So should we buy their policies? What is that called? No. Oh, hold on, let me read the last one. The Center of Medicaid Services estimate there will be 81 million beneficiaries in 2030. That's crazy. That's right, you guys. You welcome. I just gave y'all something. Run with it. But go to Nicole. Nicole, she said, so should we buy their policies? What is that called? So basically, you become an insurance agent. There's I'm just gonna say a couple. There's a company called WFG Wealth Financial Group. I can't say whether or not they are a great organization. I ain't gonna lie, I am signed up with them. I did start me a little WFG package because I was actually seriously contemplating going into health insurance. So I did join the organization, but I never went down to take my test because you have to test, you have to get your license or whatever. But you get your license, and then you could just sell health insurance. It's kind of it. You can also, that's usually where people start before they go into becoming like a broker and things like that. And 90% of it, or probably almost 100% of it now, is almost done by AI, right? So somebody tell you what they're looking for, they select some things, you put their information into a computer, and it usually like spit out like what they need to have and stuff like that. So, I mean, personally, I think that, I think that would be a great opportunity for somebody to make some money, is in selling health insurance or life insurance. And yes, so from that to getting your assisted living facility, I know a lady, she has like 10, she's making stupid money, yo. She's making stupid money. Like, I should get somebody on here who has some assisted living facilities and let them tell you guys about it, but they make crazy money. And I thought about doing it. Like, I thought about doing that. I was definitely going to get my insurance license to sell life insurance, because I just know too many people who don't have it. You know, my dad didn't have it. My daddy, you would think my daddy got life insurance. You would think my daddy would have life insurance. But no, I mean, and it is one of the things that has held back our community, my community. I don't know if you're black or white or whatever like that, but my community, Julani said, WFG, I've never done anything with her. Hey, I'm with them too. I've never actually done anything with them either. What's good, Patience? I see you. So WFG is one. There's another one. God dog it, I can't remember the name of them. But it's a few different companies that you can sign up with and sell life insurance. They offer, I guess, their own life insurance through their company, and you can sign up with them, take the life insurance test, and get licensed, and then you can start selling life insurance. So those people who come to your house or something like that, sit with your grandmama and go through the stuff with her, and take that little payment every week or whatever like that. But it's all, everything is done in the future now. So like, it's pay online more than likely, or direct deposit or something like that. Like, it's not like how it used to be, but it's just crazy. And you would think that there are doctors and lawyers, right? And their parents do not have life insurance. Like, it's crazy. And our community does not take advantage enough of being the one thing that has been the same almost throughout history, to pass along wealth. The most powerful thing to pass along wealth is being able to pass wealth to your heirs, to your children. That has been a birthright, one of the probably most powerful birthright of all things that we have. And our community does not take enough advantage of it. We do not have life insurance for our families. There are people who pass on and, leave nothing. And then there's other communities, right? Let's say, I'm just going to use this as an example. Let's say there's some other community, some other race, right? And that race, they have, there's an old guy who works on a farm, make like $10,000 a year, but he hunt his food, he fish, and he got like 10 acres of land. He pretty much, he missing his teeth. He ain't got no dental plan, no none of that, right? But he dies, and he has $1 million policy, right? So he dies, and his country children are instant millionaires overnight, right? Well, his country son is now buying a big truck or a tractor, brand new, and he ain't got no teeth either. But he left him with something. Now this guy can go get his teeth fixed. He can send his kids to good schools. He buying a decent sized house somewhere else. And so they set their children up. They set their families up. When we die, when my people die, we rarely have anything. We have to take up collection. We, do a GoFundMe campaign to bury somebody. It's just so many things. And it's like, bro, you had a good job when you was alive. You had money. You had all your teeth, but you didn't have a $30,000 life insurance policy. There are people who don't have nothing and they leave, who don't have nothing, but they still got their life insurance policy for their kids, leaving $500,000 to each one of them to leave, whatever that little piece of country land is. You know what we do? We receive that house that a grandparent or a great grandparent or an uncle paid off. We get that house, right? But we don't never pay the taxes on it. And then we had to bury him. So we had to take a collection to bury him. And we never really pay the taxes on it. And then somebody buys the taxes. And then we end up, some of us end up renting back the house that we got kicked out of because we ain't pay the taxes on it. Now we paying higher rent. We can pay a $900 rent, but we can't pay a $300 taxes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hold on, Tahita, what's good? Missing his teeth. Yeah, that's right. You already know. Tahita, what's happening? Yeah, I know, man. Tomorrow, I am going to be going live with John Brown. John Brown is an actor here in Atlanta. He's been on some TV shows and stuff like that. We're going to talk about the movie business. And I'm just fascinated. I just want to know myself. I'm interested in the topic. I want to know a little bit about the movie business. I think it's interesting. But yeah, so Tahiti, you better not be talking to your children like that. That's how the Chinese people do it. They heavily invest in their children so the kids are set. Right. Honestly, your children, I ain't gonna say your children should be your retirement plan, but your children, I should not have to worry because I've sacrificed what I needed to sacrifice to give my son a good life, and he should take it from there. True generational wealth is important. That's right. It's worse than that. We don't leave a will or talk about the end with our parents or kids. Yeah, a lot of older people are afraid to talk about a will. A lot of people are afraid to talk about that. So I don't know. It happens. It's coming. All of us, none of us gonna survive. None of us gonna live forever. So it's coming. Why not just take care of it? I'm actually getting ready to do another, do a will. But, it's crazy. I've seen, cause I'm an accountant. So I'm an accountant and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, right? Just case studies, all kind of stuff. But let's say you got married, right? And you broke up with your ex-wife. You got a girlfriend. You never got divorced from your wife because one of y'all believe that the Bible is, you just not going, you don't ever want to get divorced. That's your husband, that's your wife, and that's going to be what that is. Y'all ain't together no more. He live in Florida, you live in New York. Y'all don't never get divorced, right? You got your new spouse or your new girlfriend, your new boyfriend or whatever like that. Y'all live together. Y'all got kids together. Y'all got families. I have seen a man live with a woman for 30 years who wasn't his wife. And then when he passes, the house and everything that he owned, you would think was going to either go to the kids that he had or something else. But matter of fact, I think the other lady had kids on her own or something like not with him, but they had been together 30 years. But you would think that, their whole household would be hers. But no, he never got divorced. He never had a will. Everything that he had in this world went back to his ex-wife from 30 years ago. It's crazy. Let's see who we got on here. Okay, Atlanta Angel 84. Give these folks indigent burial if they die without insurance, laugh out loud. They didn't care. So, hey man, look, I know. The crazy thing is, the funeral isn't for the dead. The funeral is for the living, right? It's like for you to, for everybody to pay their respects and all that kind of stuff. But is it really necessary to have a business to be wealthy? It depends on what you consider a business, right? Like, hold on, let me see. I talked to them about leaving a legacy. Okay, preach, bro. Hey, I'm just saying, it went to the side. Hey, it went to the side chick. No, it went to the wife. It went to the wife. The side chick or the girlfriend didn't get nothing, but she had been with this man through his sickness, through everything. For 30 years, she been with this man. The wife was only with him for a year or 6 months, but they never got divorced. So everything by law went back to the wife. Let me see. When will your live stream be tomorrow? Black pill, I disagree. Let me see. Yes, multiple streams of income. All right, so my live stream tomorrow, I have to still find out from, I just told him he just told me I need to give him a time. I want to say it'll be around 5 o'clock, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and leave I'm going to upload a flyer for it in the community, so you'll be able to see it, hopefully, if you go on. And I'll have like the thing set up to go. It'll be scheduled and everything. You'll get a notification. When you do, your will spell my name right. What? Nicole, what'd you say? When you do, your will spell my name right. What you saying? Oh, when will, okay, that's the thing, okay. So now, Cecil Betty, I like that name. Is it really necessary to have a business to be wealthy? Is it necessary to have a business to be wealthy? No, it's not. Remember, wealth is not necessarily that you're being paid or anything like that. Wealth is saying that you have enough to sustain you for a period of time. Right? So rich versus wealthy. Rich is an amount, right? So if you got $100,000, you got $100,000. You rich. You got $100,000. You rich. That's how much your amount is. But if you spend $50,000 a day, then you're only 2 days wealthy, right? So you rich. You got $100,000. You rich, but you're only 2 days wealthy. So wealth is measured in time. Now, let's say you had $10,000. But it costs you $1,000 a month to live. So you got $10,000, you 10 months wealthy. So you ain't rich, but you wealthy. You 10 months wealthy. So it depends on how you spend money, how you do everything. So if you're somebody who has $1 billion and you have, okay, let me give you an example. So Jay-Z and Beyonce, at one point in time, I guess still, I don't know if it's still current, but Jay-Z had like 700 million. Beyonce had like 400 and something million. So together they had like 1.1 billion, right? So if they put their money in a mildly, not even, this is like a mild, this ain't even aggressive, but if they put their money in an account that gained 5% interest on it, right? They would have made like somewhere around 54 million a year, right? Just in interest. They could have lived off of the interest and not even had a business. Right? They would have been invested in whatever they invested in, but that account could have just been kicking off a 5% interest. And they had so much money in that account that they could live off the interest. And so to simply answer the question the way you proposed it, no, you don't actually need a business in order to be wealthy. Because if you spend $2 million a year, and you make 54 million a year off of interest, you don't need to have anything. You don't need to, you can just sit back and chill, right? And so that's why it's like, if they spend $1 million on a watch, Jay-Z spending $1 million on a watch is different from me and you looking at us spending $1 million on a watch. We want to just have $1 million. Like if we can have $250,000, we cool. But he can spend $1 million on a watch, and he got 54 million coming in every year off of interest. That ain't even including him making 80 million a year from businesses. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That's a major difference that we can't really even look at that kind of money. And he makes a point. He says Jay-Z said most people never see 1% of a billion, and 1% of a billion, 1% of a billion is 10 million, right? So if you have your money, if you got $1 billion, you got to sit in an account, and you like Warren Buffett, them who got $100 and something billion, like, he can cash out in his business and just live off interest. Like, that's the kind of money that they got, see, so you ready? I mean, you welcome. Let me see. Didn't know that you were going to be on tonight. Do you have a scheduled lineup? We working on the scheduled lineup. I was not really planning on. I was just gonna come over here and just drop something on here because I don't know if y'all can tell, but I have I finally got my setup the way I want it and stuff like that. And I just wanted to come on here and drop something real quick and get up off of here. I didn't expect 57 people to really be on here tonight. And so, I'm glad to see all of you guys, but I got my DSLRs and everything set up, man. I'm really happy with my setup right now. Play my commercial. Hey, you know what? I got to play it. Somebody requested it. You know what I'm saying? So, hope y'all like this. I have no idea. But I couldn't tell if it played, but it should have played. I don't know. But the point is, I am glad that you guys are on here. And I would definitely like to talk to Cecil in one of these interviews and stuff like that. I definitely like to do that. Definitely. Cecil, I'm rocking with you. Atlanta agent 84 said the commercial is dope. Appreciate it. I'm ready to see y'all. It didn't play? We'll get it worked out. I don't know. Cause I'm like, I don't know if it played or not. I can't tell. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see what's going on. Here. Let's try to do this. I'm trying to see this commercial for the. All right, let's see. Tell me if it's gonna work. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. They're hedge fund managers. Okay. Now, what's up with that talking y'all doing now? Y'all LOL in here. I got that thing running though. That what's up, man. What is cool? I like seeing y'all in here. I like seeing all y'all. I'm just reading comments right now. Yeah, it works. See? You know what I'm saying? Look, I got to get like a crew to help me out in here because I got a lot going on in here. All right, like this is like my kitchen area that's that way, and so this is like my breakfast bar thing. Let me see. Hold on. Let me back this thing up. Let me back this thing up so y'all can see what's going on in here. There we go. So this right here, this is my breakfast bar. You know what I'm saying? This is a Turkish tea set right here. People been asking, what is that? It's a Turkish tea set. This stuff, these bottles, that right there, this stuff is like really like in here in my area. And so people be like, yo, why you set it up like that? Like, no, it's not really a setup. I'm really just coming in here and shooting. But this is already in here. Like this is like a part of a set or anything. Like this is just what's in here. Go ahead, Sino. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I just thought about something. Hold on, I just thought about something. Tell me if it run again. Hold on. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. Yeah. So I'm actually thinking about doing like a show, like a real show in here. I mean, this is kind of like a real show really right now, but I'm actually planning on doing like a real show. I'm thinking like, I got some motivation. I can't lie. I don't know if y'all heard of Grant Cardone, but it made me want to step my game up, you know. I'm happy with how this looks right now, though. I think this can be a real cool place. I know some politicians. I have a meeting with the mayor of Andrews, South Carolina. We're trying to get a mayor here in Atlanta, one of the mayors around these smaller towns. We're trying to link him up with one of them, and I'm going to interview both of them at the same time. And we're going to talk about the trucking business and things like that. It's going to be pretty cool, man. I'm actually really excited about that. I got another guy who has... who had done retail, like he had a retail business, like the store. He's doing like real commercial level stuff, and ended up losing it all. And now he's back. He's on the rise back up. And so I'm bringing him in so he can talk to you guys about, you know, his expectancies for the future and the things that he's been through. Tahita said, "You doing fine, Cino? That what's up? 2-time, yeah, okay. Look like Hype Williams directed it. Love that intro, man. I appreciate it. 10X. Yeah, that Grant, man. I was about to mention Grant. Yeah, man. So you watched Grant a few times. Yeah, I'm glad you're on furlough right now. Man, it's crazy, right? Like, in case y'all don't know, I'm on furlough right now. Like, I don't have a job. Like, it's crazy. So because of that, though, I'm here. But you know what's interesting? So I'm an accountant, right? But not everybody who's an accountant is really familiar with business. You know, there's a lot of accountants who can't count. Like it's funny, but there are some accountants who can't count. You would think that would be a prerequisite, but it's not. You don't actually have to be able to count to be an accountant. And I just think that is interesting whenever sometimes I sit and talk to other accountants. They dumb. Mm-hmm. They dumb. And I don't really know how to take it, because I be like, yo, people trust us. Like, people trust us with their money. And I got a few people I know who still like do like illegal stuff, like, you know, like street people and stuff like that. And so when they find out I'm an accountant, they be like, bro, teach me so I can go use it on you. I'm like, no, I have a fiduciary responsibility. Also, I have morals and ethics and stuff like that I don't, that ain't, it's an integrity thing. And so when I start talking to some of these accountants, like they'll pull me, like they'll have a full-on business going, right? They have a serious business going, like where they're getting money from clients and everything. And then they come to me like, bro, hey, check this out, right? So can I do this? You think they'll find out? Like, is this legit? And I'm like, what? They be like, man, these people done gave me their money, but I ain't really sure. I'm going to do something. I'm going to make sure I give them something for their money, but I'm not really sure. Is this legit? Like, is this legal? I ain't think so. You know what? You right. That ain't even legal, is it? You think I can get caught, though? Like, you think they'll get caught? You know what? You right. I ain't going to do it. I know they going to do it. Like, whenever they say that, I ain't going to even do it. I ain't going to do it that way. I'm going to find another way to do it. You right. I ain't going to do it. I know they're going to do it. Like, whenever they say that, I know they're going to do it. But I just think that it's so crazy how many accountants don't, they just are clueless when it comes to like business, because going to school doesn't teach you business. It doesn't teach you how to run a business. It teaches you how to work at a business, right? It doesn't, a degree doesn't necessarily, make you, I guess, like let's say a doctor. A doctor can get a degree and know how to work on patients or work at, do the patient thing, but they may not know business. That's a different thing. Like it's, that's why they have healthcare administrators, because they run the business side and stuff like that. But then there are CEOs of businesses or owners of hospitals or owners of clinics and things like that, like a board or something like that. But those people may know the business, but the doctor might just work at the business, at the hospital, at the clinic or whatever. So it's yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he said, Darnell said it happens a lot. I see it on myself. Okay, Jane Brown, it would be good to hear from someone who has bounced back because it happens to a lot of entrepreneurs. Yes. Um, you know what? So when I was talking about the rich versus poor mindset, there's a reason why billionaires have gone bankrupt or filed for bankruptcy. I'm not gonna call no names, but we all know about a billionaire too who done filed for bankruptcy maybe more than one time. Maybe more than one time. And they come right back to rich. Why? How? How does this happen? It happens because they still think rich. They still plan and fight. See, there's a difference between playing. How many of y'all done played chess? And how many of y'all done played checkers? That's a different game altogether. That's a whole different game. So these people are playing chess in life while everybody else is playing checkers. You're only seeing 2 or 3 moves down. I'm playing at 10. I'm playing at 15 moves down the road. I played chess with my boys, right? And they get mad at me because I'll be done did some 5 moves ago that sets them up, and they get excited when they see something. Oh, and they make a move and they get impulsive. And then I'll be like, oh, thank you for doing that. And then, game over. And they get like, how am I supposed to beat you when you thinking that far ahead? And that is life. That is the game of life. If you're not thinking that far ahead, you're not gonna beat me, or you're not gonna win. And these people are planning. They've been planning since their great grandfathers. This is an old game we playing here, And so that's what I'm saying. Like when we talking about like sitting money up to wait for it to come back in 30 years or 40 years, it's cool to plan that far out. But we're playing catch up right now. So first we got to get the money up. We got to get the money fast. We got to get as much money as we can fast, and then we start setting up. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't got time to play. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's 2 different types of bankruptcy. That's a smart plan. We game all the time. Look, I ain't say the names. Somebody else saying names. I ain't calling no names. Feel the employees can't call no names like that. I don't know what's wrong with you in here. All right. This is a smart plan. It's the difference between a worker and an entrepreneur. There is a difference. There is a difference. And sadly, this still goes back to the rich versus, poor like mindset and stuff like that. Like, but like the difference between rich versus wealth. There are federal employees who are unfortunately, well, not some, because I'm one of them. We are unfortunately, without jobs right now. And hopefully it ends soon. But there are people who are, they're giving us food stamps right now. They're giving out unemployment right now. And it's all on the news. And, I turn the news on, I'm like, whoa, and I'm seeing people who have been working 20 years and they like, man, I'm down here at this food stamp office because I made it through a week without, 2 weeks, but I can't go through another check without, I can't miss another check. Another check? I can't miss another check. I need something right now. Or I'm gonna get kicked out all my bills is due. I'm getting kicked out my apartment. I don't want to lose my apartment. It is crazy, but it's because they were only thinking 2 weeks out. They were only thinking a week out. Things like that. And so that mindset brings them. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, they're in this position right now, and hopefully they grow from it. I did see an article saying, matter of fact, I'm finna get them a shout out right now. Hold on, let me see what these ladies called. What is my phone talking about? It's some ladies who started some kind of baking business. My sister had sent it to me. They're government employees who got furloughed, and now I think their baking business is taking off. Let me see where it's at. She sent me. Yeah, it says, after government shutdown put these sisters out of work, they started a cheesecake business, and now it's taking off. Let's see what the names is. So maybe y'all can even get a cheesecake from them. Jackie Wright, Jaqi Wright, and her mother couldn't get enough of her sister's cheesecake. What's the name of the company? Need to know the name of the company. Right on her sister, Nikki Howard, furloughed federal employees. What is the name of the company? They launched, check out the name. This is genius. This is genius. This is genius. This is genius. They launched the furlough cheesecake on New Year's Day and are now selling the cakes for $29.98 each. I should buy one. I don't have a job, but I can still buy one. And I don't drink liquor, so this is probably like Pepsi or Coca-Cola or something like that. I shouldn't even be drinking that, really. Fast money, facts. It's all game, facts. I think it's a great lesson for all federal employees. I plan on leaving the federal government, hopefully sooner than later. Put the link up. She sent it to me on Facebook, right? So, it was on time.com. So, matter of fact, I tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm on Twitter at King Casino 1, and I just tweeted it out. I just tweeted that story. So I'm gonna put my Twitter handle in here. Man, we got 62 people in here, man. Y'all look late night, man. Y'all gonna get some money. Straight up, like this, y'all gonna get some money. That's another reason why good credit is good to have. You may not have cash in that situation, but maybe exactly credit. Absolutely. If you about that life, I ain't. Somebody said they about to lead it. They about to lead. Let's see. Do you foresee a lot of federal employees leaving the government even when the government opens back up? That is a good question. Well, it's a very good question because the government is the largest employer in the United States. Might even be one of the largest employees in the world. I don't know. The problem with working for the government is that it is a comfortable job, or career to have. You feel secure. This is going to make a lot of people not feel secure, especially when you go to, say, somewhere like Best Buy and you see people in there fully staffed and you're like, yo, this ain't right, but it's weird. A lot of people continue to work for the government because they're afraid to step out on their own. They're not comfortable doing anything else. I'm telling you, it's people who make over $100,000 a year who are still thinking poor. They're still living check to check. They living at their means, They got a big, nice apartment somewhere in the sky, in the condo somewhere in DC or Atlanta or in California, and they got these $2,000 dogs that they bought from the pet store, and the dog needs shots, and and they kiss the dog in the mouth, and like they got nothing to do with anything. I'm just saying there are people out there who their animal is like their life, and they can be like spending money on the dog and trying to maintain their lifestyle. The dog eating steak and they got kids, and two spouses both working for the federal government, and their money may be in a retirement account or something like that. They've been putting money in their 401k. Their 401k just took a hit because stock market just dropped a little, and so but they have money in there, and they're gonna have to try to get money out of there because they are living at their means. They're not, they may have a couple dollars saved up, but they're still gonna try to maintain that lifestyle that they're living until we get back in there, and it's gonna last maybe a little bit longer than they was expecting. I guarantee you, some people out there who make $100,000, each spouse make $100,000 each, and so they making $200,000 a year. I guarantee this one check, they like, oh, wait a minute. You know, they felt it. And, you know, it's not thinking far enough down the line. Like they're thinking down the line, they're thinking, oh, yeah, retirement coming, you know, but we're young professionals. I'm telling you, they're gonna. I've seen broke doctors. I've seen broke lawyers. I've seen people who made crazy money. If somebody can make $80 million and be broke within 2 years, it can happen to anybody. Okay, it doesn't. You know, it doesn't. You're not immune to it. You know, you're not immune to it. Oh, let me read. Lamar said that's why they trapped in. That's right. They trapped. They may feel that way. Yes, man. Y'all hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell, because if you hit the bell, they'll let you know I got a, you know what I'm saying, video coming up. Anyway, let me see. I think Fed's jobs will open just like the recession. And you think it's the best time to get in? I think it'll be a great time to get in. I think it'll be a great time to get in. I would like to think that they're going to put something in place. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I would think that that the unions are going to be trying to get them to push something to be in place. This is the longest the government has ever been shut down. It's politics. It's what happens, right? It's business. At the end of the day, people forget that the government is a business, right? Like the government is a business, and it's one of the oddest businesses because it's a not-for-profit, right? So we're not in the business of making money. We're only in the business of managing money that we're given. So, you know, because we're not a profit organization like Apple and other companies, they got billions and billions of dollars that's just sitting in reserves, and they can say, oh, you know, we need to figure something out and make some more money, and they can try different things. But with us, you know, we're just sitting around, really. But in the DMV, we call it golden handcuffs. Yeah, so Lamar said his friends make $125,000 to $150,000, some with no degree. Yeah. I once read that there was a GS-15 who did not have a high school diploma. I think that's just from an older time, but, you know, I think that's something I had read it. They didn't have a high school diploma. They made GS-15, and GS-15 I think paid like $160,000 or something like that. So, yeah, I mean that's not like really the case now. Now the degrees are pretty much the way you're gonna get in. I mean, get anywhere. Kevin Holt said, try to live off one check. Trying to pick a successful person brain. Anyone willing to actually talk. Gio, what's happening? Gio said he trying to talk to somebody. Y'all out there, talk to somebody. This furlough is too long to be comfortable. Everybody is rethinking their options. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying what I got going on with you guys. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the possibilities. I went looking for a building the last like couple days, trying to figure out like which location would work best for doing the meet and greet or the seminar and everything. I got a lot of people excited about coming on to help out with the seminar, and so that'll be dope. I'm excited about doing stuff like that. I'm excited about this channel. We're almost at 17,000 subscribers. Let me see where we at. I think in a couple days we'll be at 17,000 subscribers, and I think that's dope. It's dope. Yeah, we're at 16,628. So yeah, in a couple of days, we're gonna be at 17,000. Man, I appreciate all of y'all. If y'all could talk to some of y'all people and tell them to subscribe and tune in, because if we can continue to grow this channel, we can start bringing in some more money from like some investors. Maybe not investors. Well, I ain't gonna say investors, but sponsors. We can bring some sponsors in and allow me to do some better things with all of this, you know. But let me see. Okay, that made me so mad. Many feds with no degree make way more than me. Laugh out loud. What's a GS-15? So should I? Okay, so I'm gonna ask all you guys, Lamar, Nicole, should I explain the GS ranking, or pay grade system. Should I explain this to, I think Antoine Gist wants to know. Should I explain this? Y'all tell me. So, we see you trying to be politically correct, laugh out loud. Damn, these federal jobs, I want out, laugh out loud. Well, my face is right here, okay? So I do not share people's beliefs on here, okay? I'm just saying I'm enjoying what I'm doing here, and let's start the growth by hitting the line. Only 5 likes. It's only 5 likes on this video. It's 6 of some of y'all. Where you see that at? Let me see. I can't see nothing. I don't know where the lights. I'm fit to see what's going on here. I know y'all done like more than y'all done like this video than 5 people. I know that ain't right. This ain't right. This is not right. Let me see. Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know how this looked, right? So I didn't know I just pop up. All right, so let's see. It was an ad in the beginning there. Okay. 24 likes. I got 24 likes. We need more likes though. We got 24 likes, and of course, so there's this one person. I don't know who they are, but every video I do, they hit the like. They hit the dislike button. But what they don't know is that's still boosting the channel because it's an interaction. They don't even realize they're still helping me. They so silly. I wonder if they're still watching. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said it. I should have just let them keep doing it. How was the second y'all tripping? Get the lights up, man. Yeah, man. Just find your channel, looking for some information on trucking. I saw Trucking versus Real Estate. Awesome video. Hook. Keep up the great work. Man, Antoine, what's happening, man? Hey, I like to hear stuff like that. Antoine, what you want to know, man? What you trying to find out about? I thought you just did grandfathered in without a degree. Hold on. Did I miss some questions? I missed something. Oh, man, y'all talking. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's see, I see you trying to be politically correct. Okay, if I like, keep it simple. Check out opm.gov. Right. Yes, help them see the big pic. Okay, so since we finna go to the big pic, I need to back this up. You know what I'm saying? I need to back this up. See, I can do a few things on here. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So there's a pay grade system. I don't know if you're familiar with the military, but you have like in the military enlisted side it's E1 through E9. Officer side is O1 through O10. So in the GS side, there's a couple different pay. It's kind of like they call pay grades, but it's a couple different ways that they rank your pay is ranked or whatever. So it's GS1 through GS15. But there are also other grades in there, like for special, like I say, if you work on planes, you might be a WG, but it's basically a GS. But GS is just the way that civilians are ranked in the government. But there's also SES, and SES is Senior Executive Service. So that's ranked above like GS. Above GS15 is SES. And so your pay is based on your GS rating, the step that you are on that GS rating, on that GS pay scale, and also your location, right? So if you're in Atlanta, you make more than somebody who would be in like a small town in Alabama, right? So if you're a GS, say 11 here, you would make starting, I don't know, it's a pay scale, I think it's starting like 60-some thousand. GS 12 is like 75 here, starting step 1, and it goes up to like 89,000, 90,000, something like that. And then GS 13 starts at 90,000 or 92,000, and it goes up to like 119,000. GS 7 and 5, it's just further down. I think 5 is like a 35,000, 36,000, and then step 1, but it goes up to like 40-some thousand, I think. And then GS 7 started like 44, 43, 44, and it goes up to, so it's just like the way that it's like a scale, and then it's 10 steps inside of each pay grade. So like I was saying, like a GS 13 is like 90-some thousand, and then it started like 92,000, and then the next year it goes up to like If you get that step, which you should get a step, but once you step to the next step inside that GS13, then it goes to like 94,000 or something like that, or 93,000 or something. So it's just different ways that they rank it. But to go from a step one to a step 3, I think is every year you go to that next step. Like, so step 1 would be, step 2 would be 1 year after your step 1, and then 1 year after your step 2 is your step 3. But then it's every 2 years. So then to get to your step 3, you get to your step 4 is 2 years from your step 3. And then and then there's a 3-year gap every 3 grades. It's a lot. It's not really a lot, but yeah, I'm just giving you a general synopsis. Anyway, there we go. All right, let me see what we got going on in here. Y'all tripping. Okay. Thanks for explaining. You welcome, bro. You welcome. Thank you. I need to get some sound effects or something in here. Need somebody clapping or something. I wanted to bring my little boy down here, but he sleep. I was gonna get him on the camera so you can see how ridiculous he think. I don't know. You ever be like, why you don't think like me? He is stuck on rappers. He talk about Lil Pump, everything. But Lil Pump doesn't have to do that. I bet Lil Pump don't have to do homework. My little boy in private school, okay? He like in gifted classes, and he still be talking about Lil Pump. He cool though. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Okay, like you wouldn't Lil Pump have nothing in common. Somebody said, what about DOD clearance? What do you mean? What kind of clearance? What kind of clearance we talking about? That's right. I got a video where I show you how to apply for jobs on USA Jobs. I don't have the link, but it's a video out there that'll show you that I have on my channel. You know what? A lot of people keep asking me questions about videos, about stuff that I already did videos on. Like somebody say, well, how much did you make your first week with the truck? I got a whole video on that. Or they'll say like, well, how do you, what is a factoring company? I got a whole video on factoring, and it's like, did you not like even look or try? Did you not even try? You sent me an email, a long email, and really all you wanted to know was about factoring. And it'd be towards the end to say like, by the way, I just wanted to say, what's factoring? That's the whole reason I wrote this whole email. And at the end, I just want to know what factoring is. Can you tell me? And I just be like, here go the link to the video. Here you go. Cause I can't. Okay, yeah, Lil Pump. Casino, do you have automating a small business? Okay, do you believe in automating a small business? That is a very interesting. Oh, wait. Gorilla. Who you got? Man, Gorilla, I would love one of those rocks, bro. I can't afford no $10,000 puppy, bro. I can't afford it. Hey, man, I can't afford it. Your dog's too high. Your puppy's too high. I would love one, though. Look, I ain't gonna even lie. After you was talking to me about the Rottweilers, I could not get Rottweilers out of my mind, man. Like, it's crazy. I never was like, my wife and them, they want a dog and stuff like that, but I wasn't really thinking like, I know they want a dog, but I wasn't really even like focused on a kind of dog, right? Like I wasn't, and when you start talking about Rottweilers, I could not get the Rottweiler out of my mind, man. Like, what is wrong? What did you do? Because you started talking to me about Rottweilers, and now I see them all the time. I'd be like, oh, Rottweiler look good in here with this flow. Like, I can't get them out of my mind. So Trade A Payday said, is it better to lease or finance a truck? What kind of truck are we talking about? Are we talking about like I got a truck from Dodge, right? So if you're talking about a semi truck, I don't really have a semi truck. I'm not really sure what the ins and outs of that is, but bruh, I would listen. Hold on. First of all, Gorilla, you send me one of them puppies, bruh. I will blast your stuff all across the world, man. I would, I would put you so on, okay? Yes, I would definitely put you on, man. As long as I get the papers with him now. I got to get the papers with him. But yes, I would definitely put you on, bro. Um, but but if you're talking about leasing like that, then I'm not sure. This is back to the trucking question. Um, I think that especially if you put miles on the truck, like because when you go on a lease agreement, say if I go into a lease agreement with a Dodge to get a truck, then the miles that I'm gonna put on this truck in a year, it was gonna void that lease, or it's gonna boost, it's gonna push that lease into a whole nother category. I'm about to pay that difference in miles and all that. I wouldn't do it for that reason. But that's just my, like, I'm not sure what your trade they pay, 19, 3,500. You know, leases, you can't drive them but so many miles, right? So have you looked at the lease and how many miles it's saying that you can drive the truck? Bruh, listen, Gorilla. Listen, I think I will put your stuff everywhere, man. I will shoot you some videos. I would definitely we'll do a whole live broadcast of me getting the puppy or whatever we gotta do. I definitely do that, bro. Definitely. General business consensus: if you automate your business, your competition won't hesitate to do so. All right, so oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, I'm serious too. Listen, I'll put your stuff everywhere, man. Like, I will blast your stuff. I'm telling you, I got you. I got you. Automating your business. Somebody want to know about should you automate a small business? I believe in automating the business as soon as you're able to automate the business. It doesn't matter what size it is. Let me give you an example. Drop shipping, right? So you can drop ship. I don't know if any of you guys heard of Oberlo. I thought about doing a video on this, right? Oberlo, matter of fact, drop a thumbs up if you heard of Oberlo. I just want to see who's actually heard of Oberlo. Oberlo, and can tell me what it is. Who knows what Oberlo is? Don't cheat. Don't go on there and start like looking for it either. Don't like, hold on, let me Google Oberlo. Let me see. No. I'm talking about who just already know what Oberlo is. Thumbs up, no? Thumbs, oh, let me see. Drop a, drop a 7 if you've never heard of Oberlo. That what's up, bro. Air Force coming in. I see you. Yeah. I was actually Fed Biz, not Fed Biz Ops. It was like fedbiz.gov or something like that. Okay. So, all right. Somebody, is that, how you say that? He, GG? How you say that? I can't say it. All right. So, now we're going to talk about Oberlo. I'm glad y'all ain't seen it before. Okay, so Oberlo is software, right? Well, so you have your Shopify store. So with your Shopify store, let me just give y'all an example. I might have to come over there and show y'all this, but let me see. Hold on, let me do this right here. Fade it in. See how I did that? Y'all seen that? All right, hold on. Let me find this. I'm finna go on Google. I'm gonna just show y'all something real quick. So let's say you got a Shopify store. In case you don't know, you can probably get a Shopify store like $30 a month. You got to still build it out, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But the way you get items, this is free game right here. This is some serious business right here I'm going to tell you about. All right, so with Shopify, you go online, you start your Shopify store. Now, in case you don't know what a Shopify store is, it's basically an online store, basically. But even Tesla, the Tesla website where you can order your car, that's actually a Shopify store. Shopify has like 80% of the market for online stores. Almost every store online is a Shopify store. So, but you got different levels that you come in at. So you can come in really for free for like 30 days, and then after that, it's like $29 a month, something like that, $30 a month for the lowest package or something. But the point is, you start your Shopify store, then you link it to Oberlo. So what happens is when you get your Shopify store, you go on and you go on like say AliExpress. Give me 1 second. I'm finna look something up so I can just show you some kind of numbers, right? So everybody, y'all get on your Google and Google Game of Thrones necklace. And if you don't Google it, that's fine. I'm still gonna show you. Okay, so hold on. I'm looking for a particular one that I know what it costs. Okay, there's one right here. This necklace is listed. Let me show you a picture of it. This necklace, I can't zoom in. Hold on, let me remove this. This necklace right here is like the three-headed dragon. The three-headed dragon necklace. Can't see it. I knew it. God. The three-headed dragon necklace. That three-headed dragon necklace on this website was listed for $21.99. Let me see. Make sure that's how much it was, because $21.90 from Box Lunch website. I don't know who they is, but from Box Lunch website, it's listed for $21.90, right? If you went to AliExpress, and you look for the Game of Thrones necklace, let me show you. And I just like Game of Thrones, in case you don't know. And don't judge me because I'm like doing stuff on the spot right now. I'm just showing you, okay? So Game of Thrones, I didn't type something in right. I typed in just Game of Thrones. I'm done. That was stupid. Game of Thrones, necklace. All right, so I typed in Game of Thrones necklace. Now, remember, the last one was $21.90, right? That same necklace on AliExpress is 55 cents. It's 55 cents. 55 cents. That same necklace is 55 cents. Somebody is selling that necklace for $21.90 on a Game of Thrones fan website, right? Now, they're not even buying the necklace in advance. What they're doing is, once you have a Shopify store, you can list things from AliExpress by just a click of a button. You click it, and it'll take the pictures, everything, it'll just automatically post them on your website. From there, you get Oberlo. When people make the order, let's say somebody pay you $21.90. Once a day, you see those websites and they say, hold on, it's talking about awesome. Okay, yeah. So when you see those items on when you go online and you order items and it says, if you order item by 2 p.m. order, will be shipped. It'll still take like 6 weeks for it to get here, unless you want to pay stupid shipping. But they'll say if order is received by 2 p.m., order will be shipped or something like that. So what they're really saying is they're only checking the website one time a day, and then they hitting the start button. So all the orders that came in for the day, they just be sitting in your Shopify store. Once you link Oberlo with it, because if not, you'll have to go and individually order each item yourself, right? If you don't use Oberlo, you'll actually have to go and you'll see somebody ordered the thing, they've already paid $21.90 for it, then you'll have to go out and buy it, and you'll put their address in the shipping information. And so then the Chinese the Chinese AliExpress people, whoever that shipper was, they'll send the stuff to your client. It's called drop shipping. Basically, it never comes to you. You never take possession of it. They're actually sending it to them. You're just a website that's listing it for sale, and you pay them they 55 cents. They send it to them, and Shopify takes out that 55 cent for that 2190 and then deposits the rest in your account. So that is drop shipping. It's literally no money of yours involved, right? Now, think about that. You paying 55 cents for something that's worth 21.90. But now that I should do a class on this, I'm telling you. So now that you have Oberlo, when you open up Oberlo and it's linked to your Shopify, all you do is you hit a button, and it's like some of the craziest stuff in the world. Like it just start paying. It just like you'll see everything just start populating. Like you'll see, I keep hitting the doggone thing, but you'll see it start finding the order, placing the order. You'll see like the people account information being put in the thing. You'll see, and so you can have like, let's say you got 100 orders. You just hit the start button. Whenever you hit the start button, it just start ordering the stuff. So it just starts sending out the stuff, ordering it, putting the people information in from based on what they put in, because they're putting their information in. The Oberlo is just, the software is just copying whatever they put in and it's just placing it. So it's replacing you. Only thing you got to do is hit the start button, and you can watch it and make sure that, ain't nothing messing up or nothing like that, but it ain't gonna mess up. But that's all you doing. And it's the craziest thing. If you get a chance, I want to tell nobody. I don't want to tell y'all to go watch a video on Oberlo. I want to shoot the video and show it to y'all, but I guess just go watch a video on Oberlo and how it places the orders. It's dope. So that's automated. It's literally automated already. And, you could be a very small store. You could literally have one item that's selling, and, and Oberlo, I think Oberlo is free. I'm not even sure. I think it's free though. If I did pay for it, I don't remember. But Oberlo pretty much does it all for you. It's pretty dope. But that was my little spill on that. Anyway, man, I did want to do this one thing real quick, and y'all already know what it is. So here, there are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. Yeah. I'm back. So I see a lot of you guys saying that your Shopify store didn't work well and stuff like that. And so you need to vet the Chinese manufacturers that you're going to be dealing with. You need to get them on the phone, get them on WhatsApp. I never had any issues with any of the Chinese people or companies that I was dealing with previously and stuff like that. But get them on WhatsApp. Talk to them. A lot of they still be sending me stuff, and I don't even be ordering nothing from them. But like the people that I always dealt with, like I wanted people who had better English speaking skills and were much easier to interact with. So some of y'all might just order stuff online and or have your store and just kind of like leave it at that. Not me. I'm like, hey man, I gotta talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, Merry Christmas, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll just, they be like, hey man, I'm your friend. Like, you're not my friend, but I'm glad that you know how to interact with people. And so I could say, hey man, I need this different. And they'll like scramble to get it right. But in business, you still should be personable. Like you still need to be like, I'm a hustler. So I'm like, hey man, look, I don't want to pay that. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to talk to somebody, I need to make sure I want to see it before, let me see that y'all actually have this product. Let me touch it. You know what I'm saying? Send me a sample of it, all those kind of things. So yep. See, Prep, you remember I was getting all them hoverboards? See, look, Prep, no, I used to get a bunch of hoverboards. All right. I used to, No, I didn't. I don't know who watching this. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. But I knew people who did do that. And see, I had messed up. I didn't mean to say I did it, but I know at a point in time, that people was doing the hoverboard thing, and so it wasn't me. But people was getting hoverboards from China, okay? And so I made sure, not me, other people made sure that they had the right batteries in them, the Samsung batteries, not the Chinese batteries. Because Chinese batteries were no good, you know what I'm saying? So they, people I heard about paid a little more money for the right battery, maybe like $30, $50, some more for the right battery. And then the hoverboards came in and, you know what I'm saying? But, anyway, the point is, I'm saying that if you get them people on the phone, you can make sure that you get what you know what I'm saying? You can use WhatsApp and stuff like that. I think they tried to crack down on WhatsApp. In case you don't know what WhatsApp is, it's like a phone app that you can talk to people overseas, in the States, and all kinds of stuff like that. It's dope. He said that boy moonwalking. Hey, that wasn't me, man. That was Jim them. That's right. Yeah, some of these little Shopify doing well. I'm just saying, I'm a Shopify hustler. I loving my store do good. Hey, that what's up, Gorilla? Hey, listen, Gorilla. Hey, I'm excited about the puppy. I'm going to tell the wife in the morning, like, yo, I'm going to let you know right now, we getting a dog, we getting a puppy, and I don't care what kind of dog you want, because we getting one of gorilla puppies. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, what's the name of they have like a kennel name? Is it like Gorilla Kennels? Like what, you know what I'm saying? 16 shot on visual. What is it? Hey, man, bro. Antoine just incorporated my Printful store with my Shopify store. Okay, it's amazing. That what's up. Okay, I'm just reading y'all messages. People was canceling orders on my Shopify. Hey, bro. I'm getting product from Amazon. Yo, Amazon is a beast right now, man. I ain't gonna lie, I just ordered a couple things on Amazon. What did I order from Amazon? Let me see. Is it in here? Matter of fact, the reason I'm able to even use my DSLR is because, hold on, I'm gonna show y'all something. Don't go nowhere. Matter of fact, hold on, let me. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. They're hedge fund. Yo, so I'm back. All right, so let me show you what I ordered from Amazon. It's dope, all right? In case you didn't know this existed. I didn't know this existed, all right? So the reason I never used my DSLR for going live was because the battery wouldn't last long enough. See, I love these for video, but the battery don't last that long. So on Amazon, I found these things they call couplers. And basically, it's a fake battery for your camera. But you can plug this fake battery up to the wall. So I'm able to run my camera as long as I want to, and it's great. So eventually I had like 2 cameras in here and stuff like that, but that ain't what's going on right now. But yeah, so anyway, that's what we got going on. But I ordered those, and they was like $14. I think one was 14, one was like 12, because I got 2 different types of cameras, both of them DSLRs, both of them Canons. But yeah. Oh, I like that name. Gorilla. I like that name, boy. Hey, okay. Having the same problem. Okay. Y'all done turn this, we're supposed to be talking about rich people versus poor people mindset. Y'all done turn this into a whole Shopify. You still running a Shopify? You know what? I am not actively running a Shopify store right now. Me and my sister was both running one. She had a shoe store and she was killing. Her shoe store was killing. And you know what the crazy thing is? I'm so mad at my sister because I always find out about these things. Like, she's 9 years older than me, okay? So I always find out about these things like after her, okay? So I run to her, I'm like, yo, yo, did you know you can do tax liens and tax deeds on houses? And she like, I wrote a book on it. I was like, what? She said, yeah, in like school or something like that. I'm like, for one of my law classes, like I wrote a, and I'm like, what? You know how to do that? I'm thinking I'm telling her something. So then I run to her and I say, yo, you ever heard of Shopify? She said, how you think I've been selling shoes? I knew she used to sell shoes. She used to sell shoes all the time. My mom used to have to take them to the post office. I had to take a couple of them, and because she basically kept them at my mama's house. And so I never knew how she was selling these shoes. I used to be wondering, like, who knows that she has these shoes in her closet somewhere? And so, so I run to her, I'm like, yo, have you ever heard of Shopify? And I wasn't thinking about shoes. She said, duh, how you think I've been selling all them shoes? I was like, because I used to be wondering, like, I ain't never seen an advertisement. I ain't never seen nothing. The shoes were just selling. Like forever, like it'd be like somebody getting ready to get married. They order like 6 pair. I'm like, yo, who is buying these shoes and how do you know? And so it was just interesting. But no, I actually, because I was so intense in school and I was traveling a lot. So I've been to 11 countries. Princess was in Korea for a while, and so I flew back and forth. I got stranded in Alaska. I got stranded in Hawaii for like a couple of days. I got stuck in Alaska. I ended up in Washington State, and I had to fly down to California. And I was stranded in Washington State. Had to fly to California. Like I was just flying around a lot of different places and getting stuck in different countries. I was stuck in Japan for like a week. Like I was just all these different places. My son was having his kindergarten graduation. It took me, I want to say it took me like 6 days to get to Korea, because all the flight changes and everything. I was flying on military flights. It was crazy. So as soon as I got to Korea, my son was going to be graduating from kindergarten. So as soon as I got to Korea, I was in Korea like 3 days. I've traveled for 6 days, got to Korea. I was in Korea for 3 days and had to leave Korea to fly back to see him. And I had to leave in enough time. It took me another couple of days to get back. The flight was a little easier to get back. But I got back literally maybe 12 hours before I needed to be to Macon to watch him graduate. And so it was just crazy. So I just had a whole lot going on, and I was still in school. I was still a full-time student. And then I got the job at the VA, and I wasn't even trying to get a job yet. I was just trying to do a work study, end up getting hired on a direct hire kind of thing or something. And so it was just a crazy experience. And so a lot of the stuff that I was doing, I was always hustling, different stuff. And then it was just a lot of stuff was going on. I was traveling too much. And so I was just like, all right. So I chilled out on a lot of stuff. But I done did a lot of stuff in my life. Boy, you just sent 2 right to India? Yo, real talk, India is a whole new market for online stuff, India is the largest country outside of China for population wise, I think, don't quote me, I think. And so that's why, I don't know if y'all heard about PewDiePie versus T-Series, but T-Series is like an Indian YouTube company. Like they're a company that has a YouTube channel, and they basically like a movie company, and they've been uploading content like crazy. And so all the new people in India are just now getting online. They just getting online. Like they just get online. It's funny to me. It's a little funny. But they just get like smartphones and everything. So it's a whole new market for people from there. So if you targeted those people, you'll get so rich, because all of those people are new to the internet, and they really like subscribe. That's why they were subscribing to T-Series so fast. T-Series is the fastest growing YouTube channel ever. Okay, nobody ever grew this fast. They literally just skyrocketed because they was uploading so much Indian content, and the Indian people love like those Bollywood movies, I think they call them Bollywood. They love those Bollywood movies and musicals, like Indian musicals, and that's all T-Series had. And they was kind of like Disney, right? Imagine Disney and all the movies that Disney got, and then they just decided to get on YouTube, and they just started uploading Cinderella and and all those Lady and the Tramp and all that kind of stuff. They just started uploading all those cartoons and movies that those and so they literally just grew overnight, and it's crazy. 25. Oh my God. Yes, I gotta get one of them puppies, man. Listen, I gotta get me one of them puppies from Gorilla. This is crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yes, call me. I got into that market. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. It wasn't that hard for me to get on at the VA. Yo, that's hold on. I'm trying to read these messages, man. You really got my head going right now. Those who is ordering from China suppliers, for me, a small store, it costs you too much. Or is it not looking at another to keep the shop running? You know, the VA, no, VA was not hard. It's calling me. I got into that money. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're going to talk, man. Hey, Gorilla, we're going to talk, man. We got to talk. That's crazy. Yeah, North DeKalb Mall in Decatur. Yeah, yeah. If you ever been to Atlanta, there's a, what's it called? God, Papa Do's. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Papa Do's. I think that's Papa Do's. But it's right beside a Pakistani or Indian type, it's like a, I don't even know what it is, but it's like a mall, but it's just like a foreign mall, but it's right beside Papa Do's, right? So we went to Papa Do's, but I don't know if it was like Mother's Day or something like that, but it was a bunch of people out there. So I just needed to run in and use the restroom. So instead of going to Papa Do's with all the cars, couldn't find no parking spot, I parked next door at the Bollywood Mall. I don't know what it's called, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? And so I park over there and I run in to go use the restroom. Man, when I'm telling you, it was one of the dopest experiences. It was like being in another country. It was like as soon as we walked in, it was like, they was looking at us like, what are y'all doing here? And so I'm like, hey, can y'all tell me where the restroom is? So we end up going to the restroom. We end up walking around in there like looking at jewelry because it was a big gold jewelry area. And it was a bunch of different kind of like Indian foods and stuff like that. It was a dope experience. And I always been like, man, I got to go back there, man. I got to go back there. But I ain't never been back. But it's there. It's there. And it's like it's right by Papa Do's, but you would not know that's what that is. And when I went in there, man, it was dope. I mean, I was trying on like clothes. I got pictures. I got to show y'all the pictures. I don't want to show y'all the pictures. But I was trying on stuff. I had like a blue robe with a scarf wrapped around my neck. I was like, Princess, take this picture. Take this. But it was dope though. Boy, hey, listen. RNs make a lot of money, okay? In San Francisco, there were 4 RNs that made more than the mayor. They made $300,000 that year, okay? Traveling nurses is killing, okay? Traveling nurses, they kill it out here, I'm telling you. Their overtime, they will pay you as much overtime as you want. You know who they don't like to get overtime to? Me. I be wanting overtime. I be wanting that time and a half. Accountants, they be like, nah, dog, you gotta come off that clock. Nurses, they be like, please stay the night. They be asking them to stay the night. Like, can you stay here? We can get you a room and a bed. Can you stay the night? I'm like, that's crazy. Bro say he just subscribed to T-Series. I'm telling you. Yeah, Gorilla, man. I'm about that hustle life, man. I'm about to. What's down, King? What's good, Daryl? I see you, my boy. The Indian market is wide open right now. It's crazy. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, we got to rap, man. We got to rap. It's kind of, man, I got into the market. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Gorilla. Call me in the morning. Call me in the morning, Gorilla. Call me in the morning. Yeah, man, I'm finna start. Y'all playing. I'm finna start making Bollywood movies. Y'all playing. I'm just playing. I'm playing about that. You know, I had shot a short film, right? I shot a short horror film. I don't know why I'm still on here almost 2 hours in. It's still 57 of y'all on here. What is going on with us? Do we not have a life or something? But I'm enjoying this much more than I would have been than if I was like out somewhere. I don't really like to go out. I don't like to spend money unnecessarily. I want to get some money. But but I shot a short horror film, right? And it's short. It's like 5 minutes long, and I have not figured out how to release it. I shot it myself, edited, special effects, everything, right? Did it all myself. And I've been sitting on it, and people be like, yo, like, cause a couple people have seen it. And they be like, yo, man, what you gonna do with that movie, yo? And I'm like, I don't even know. That's why I'm glad I'm gonna be talking to John tomorrow, because he has shot some short films or some films, and he's released them himself. And I don't even know where to begin, really. I'm like, sometimes I'm like really, really artsy, right? Like I just create all this stuff, but then I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, after 30, yeah, man. POV, I see you. Deep freeze happening out in Northeast USA. Oh, whoa, dang. I know they said it was gonna be cold here too. I mean, it's a little cool. I'm working overnight. My neighbors up there, they had the biggest part of the night of the year so far. Cause boy, I'm talking about, you can hear that in your like, and you know we ain't close. You know what I mean? Like they like up there somewhere. But I guess maybe because the space and the distance is like an echo or whatever. But you can hear everything. What do you say? Need to send it to me. Looking at retirement at age 55. What I need to send? Who need to send something? I don't know what we talking about. Prep. What we you said you need to send it to me. Looking at retirement at age 55. Yeah, man. Look, I'm gonna be real. So I know a lot of y'all don't know my whole history or whatever, but I retired. Okay, so I had an aunt. And um, I went to go see her in the hospital. She was terminal, and she was almost about to retire. And then she told me that she was about, she was almost about to retire. I think she was maybe a year or 6 months out from retiring, and she found out she was terminal right before. And so I went to see her in the hospital, and she said, yeah, I was about to retire like next year or something like that, but they told me, when I went to the doctor and they did a scan, they was just like, oh my God, just go ahead, just go home, enjoy the rest of your life, because it was pretty serious. And they was like, you don't need to worry about trying to work no more. Just enjoy the rest of the time that you have. And so she basically was, kind of like she's basically worked all her life and never got to enjoy her retirement. So I thought about that and I said, man, I can't do that. So that next year or two or however long it was, I had always been like, making residual income, a little here, a little there, but I was like really serious about it. I was just trying to figure out different ways that I can make money without having to work for it. So not long after that, I had enough money that came in to basically like keep up with the lifestyle that I was living. I wasn't getting rich or anything. I was basically just maintaining. But I had enough money to not have to work for a while. And so I basically retired. I was like in my 20s, like late 20s, something like that, 27, 28, something like that. But I basically had retired. And I didn't work for a long time. And it wasn't until I was ready to, it wasn't until I was ready to just, I guess like, all right, I'm ready, I'm back in the game, my mind focused. I basically retired early and I said, if I have to work for the rest of my life, I really enjoyed my retirement already. So it's fine, I can work till I'm, old and gray. That's fine because I got a chance to enjoy my retirement young where I could still do things. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I can still do things so I did enjoy my retirement. I retired for a couple of years and then I said, okay, I'm back in the game. Let's get this money up. I'm fit to run it up for the rest of my life. And or until I don't have to run it up no more. Got my degree from Air Force and parlay that into my nursing. Okay. And dog and hustle, man, listen. 45, young. Hey, bro, listen, all y'all need to, I don't know what y'all situation is, but this guy right here dead serious about that bag, man. I'm telling you now, y'all got to quit playing out here. Gorilla ain't playing with y'all. Gorilla's trying to get a check. I agree, man. Okay, the way the society is set up, they folks pass way long before retirement. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like before, you know, you got to think in the 50s and 60s, people was dying at like 60, 55, 45 years old, you know. Women was having babies at 13, and that was normal. You know what I mean? Like, people, grandmamas, they was 14 years old when they gave birth to their parents and stuff like that. And so that was like the normal thing. People was not living to 90, 100 and something years old normally. Like, it's normal now. They're expecting life expectancy to like 90 something now. You know what I mean? For not for all races. One of mine probably is one of the ones that's not. But they're expecting people to live a lot longer. That's why they got to keep raising the retirement age, because the system wasn't ever set up for people to live that long. And then Social Security, and they're like, oh look, how are we gonna sustain this? And all these millionaires are still receiving Social Security. Why are millionaires receiving Social Security? Anyway, I would like to get my movie on Netflix. This one is not maybe the one. I mean, I done seen some bad. My movie look. You know what? Let me see some. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. If I can find the. Let me see if I can find. The what's it called? The trailer, because I got a trailer that I got on one of my Google Drives. At least I think it is. But I got a lot of Google Drives. So if I can find a trailer, then I will show y'all the trailer on here. If I can find it. I may not be able to find it. It is taking a long time to come up. Come on. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. We just keep moving. We're going to keep moving. Anyway, so tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna have John Brown on here, man. We're gonna run it up. He gonna talk to us about the movie business, and it's gonna be dope. And I hope that you guys are paying attention when I send out that notification, letting you guys know when I'm gonna go live. It's gonna be giving you ample time. You guys should get some rest tonight. Get ready for tomorrow. We're going hard tomorrow. I thought about going live every day. I don't know if my family will let me do that. They tired of me with this. Because this is the kitchen. This is the kitchen. My mama told me, good God. My mama here, right? I went to pick my mama and my little boy up. My mama told me, good God, I can't even. It's wires everywhere. I said, Mom, don't be dramatic now. All right? Being dramatic. Let me see. All right, so it's not on this. It's not on this one. It's not on this one. Not on that one. So I'll have to check another Google Drive. But anyway, I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight. Let's see what we were talking about. Atlanta, 3.5 billion a year. Look, man, Gorilla trying to get that dog money. I'm trying to get that dog money. Look, I sold some puppies. I used to raise pit bulls. I sold them puppies, and then my life wasn't set up for like being stable at home. And you got to it's a lot of time. You got to make sure them dogs good. I had my mama trying to go feed them pit bulls, and she used to be tripping me out. You want me to feed them today? That dog ain't gonna try and do nothing, is it? Yeah, man. I want to own my own boxing promotion. What you think? I think anything is worth looking into. I don't know a lot about those businesses. I know that it's money in any kind of promotions. I mean, it's money in club promotions, but you can lose in that too. And I don't know how much risk is involved in boxing promotion. Like, do you take on the risk of not selling the seats, or do like I don't know the ins and outs of that business. Like, how fast do uninteresting fights sell out? Because if you just starting, you probably not gonna have like the best fighters in the world. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's an interesting game. I like games that it doesn't matter who you are. you can make some money. That's why I like trucking, because in trucking, they don't know who you are. They don't know if you could, your name, the name of your company can be Bad Hauling LLC or Broke Down Truck LLC. They gonna give you some loads. They don't. It is not a celebrity based business. It is not a, it is not none of that. But let's say you do music, and you decide you want to do a club night, right? And I've seen clubs battle. I've seen clubs across the street from each other, and the one across the street is trying to put the other one out, so they make the whole night free. And I've seen, and so the new club trying to start can't support that because the other club has been there and they're more established. And they got a larger capital, so they can run free for 3-4 weeks at a time. And the other club just can't sustain one night that they ain't making no money. So it's all kind of different ways. Call me now. Breathe, people tell him reconsider. Man, if I call you, that's what I'm talking about. They doing business over here. I love this. I see you, Tahita. I hope I'm saying that right, Miss Muhammad. You know what I am. But let me see. Hold on. Getting out of the Navy at 9.5 years, sir. That start my own business. Smart or no? It depends on you. Personally, I think we gave the military a lot of time, a lot of family time, a lot of time we can't never get back, being separated. Like I'm saying, having to fly back through, I had to fly through 3 countries to make it to my son kindergarten graduation. Look, I flew, man, I got videos of that. I need to show y'all the video where I'm flying. So I used to be flying on like a C-117 or C-130. I don't know which one it is, but it was like a cargo plane, right? And so there's like a military ambulance in here, and I'm a civilian at this point. Like I'm flying as a civilian, but anyway, but there's like a military ambulance here and a Humvee and stuff like that, and I'm strapped to the side of the wall of the plane. They didn't have like seats like it just in the middle, like on the floor. No, you strapped to the wall of the plane, and then once we get to like certain elevations, then you can like go to sleep or whatever that is. Like how people go to sleep or whatever. But to go to sleep, you had to lay on the floor, right? So people will unstrap, and then they'll get like a little blanket and like a little pillow, and they'll lay on the floor, because it ain't like a regular plane where you just sleep in this cushion seat. No, it ain't like that. It's a weird little seat that pop down and you strap into the wall of the plane. It's like you're ready to jump out of it, really. But so I had to fly around in different countries like that. And, finally got back to see my son and, graduate and everything. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's just like the beginning of like, that ain't even nothing. That ain't even the half of the things that you go through, you know what I'm saying, being in there and stuff like that. So, let me see. Gorilla, you a beast, boy. Gorilla a beast for real, man. Gorilla a beast. Kevin Holt, yeah. He a beast. Yeah, Shantae. C-130, yeah. I know one of them. And then I flew in one plane, right? I don't know if it was C-130 or C-117. This one was extra crazy because I got used to flying in those other ones where you strap to the side. But this one, right? So it's this one plane where, let's say the front of the plane is that way, right? So you went up and then you went up the stairs and then you had to turn and the seats was facing this way. So let's say the front of the plane that way. So you come up the stairs and the seats is facing this way, right? So you sit down and the plane take off that way. You're like, what just happened? Like it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like anyway. All right, but anyway, man, we finna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna look for that movie, and then I'll try and show y'all the trailer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you know, if y'all ever wanted to drop a super chat, that's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stop you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna stop. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna trip. You know, I ain't gonna trip. I'm trying to see if I can find this thing one more time. I'm looking at another Gmail box. I'm looking at this other Gmail. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we're working with. My Gmail is tripping right now. Prep. Yeah, Prep, man. We need to link up, man. What's going on? So Prep, me and him was in the Air Force together. Trying to see if I can pull it up. I don't know where I would have saved the video at, but I got a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'll make sure I have it the next time. I'll make sure I have it the next time for y'all to see. I'll make sure I have it the next time. I'm looking in this folder now. I don't even recognize half this stuff. Anyway, right now you watching Casino is the name. Y'all already know. Hold on, let me look at you. Let me look at you in your eyes. Right now you watching Casino is the name. I appreciate y'all coming in here, hitting that like button, hitting that bell, commenting, all in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Can you say conversing? Is that a word? I don't know. Talking to each other. Prep, I appreciate you, man. 199, man. Got me a super chat in here. Yeah. Man, what your number is again? Well, hold on, I got it. I got your number. Man. There we go. I'm about to call Prep. Trade in the Forex market.
Man, what's happening, my guy?
Hey, man, what's happening, man? We got Prep on the line, man. Yeah, what's popping, bro?
Man, not much, man. I'm just chilling, man. What's happening with you?
Man, I'm out here, man.
You still alive?
I'm still alive, man. I was supposed to have got off, but I'm still alive.
I walked out because the TV going. I ain't wanted to be. I'm thinking this just lagging.
No. I'm live, man. It's just gonna be a little slow for it hit y'all. But yeah, man, I'm live, man. I'm all the way live. Yeah, man. What's popping?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. We gotta talk, man. We gotta catch up offline.
Yeah. We definitely gotta do that. I was like, let me call this guy, man. But yeah, man, this Prep, in case y'all don't know, Air Force guy, you still in, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm
still in.
12 in April.
Oh man, 12. Man, I'm technically still in too. They won't let me go. For sure. All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow then.
Cool, my guy.
All right, for sure.
Be
Yeah.
easy, man. Appreciate what you're doing.
No problem. Yeah. Anyway, I got a question asked about Forex trading. So, Casino, what's your thoughts on trading the Forex market? There's a trader who is an ex-accountant that is very successful. You can be successful at anything, right? And if you know what you're doing, if you're a professional at what you're doing, you have a much better chance at things than other people. I do not trade the Forex market because it is too much to know. It's too much. I would rather trade stocks than Forex because Forex does depend a lot on information that is harder for me to get. You got to know a lot of stuff, fair money, facts. But Forex, it like you may need to know what's going on between two different countries, right? Like, let me give you an example. So China get mad at something a government official says here in the United States. So they decide the next morning to dump the dollar. So then the dollar goes down and you may not have dollars, you might have Canadian money. But because the United States has some kind of trade agreement with Canada that some kind of way involves China, China be like, look, Canada, we ain't rocking with you because you rocking with the States, or you got to make a decision. And then Canada say, well, we're going to ride with the United States because we all are part of America. And they can dump the Canadian money too. And so you could end up losing just over stuff that you have no idea or control or knowledge of. And so that's why I don't, because it's a lot to know. And you got to watch politics, and you got to know this, and you got to understand if they got hit with a tsunami. You got to understand if they got hit with a hurricane. You got, there's so many things that you got to know. I would just rather just deal with a company. You know, if I can see if Apple go, you know, I was like, you know what, the iPhone ain't really changed that much in a long time. You know what I'm saying? How long are y'all diehard Apple people gonna just accept this? And then eventually they took a hit this year. They took a hit. For the first time in a long time, they took a hit. Steve Jobs died. And we still like, wait a minute. Y'all still buying Apple stock? All right, well, the big guy gone. I don't know if this guy is him. I hope he on that level. And eventually it just all caught up. But I can at least see that coming. I don't know what's going on in Australia. I have no idea what's going on in Australia or how Australia is going to be impacted by mosquitoes next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no idea. Mosquitoes can cause farmers to get sick. It can cause animals to get sick. And then they market go down, or they market become needy on another, you know, entity. They devalue they money. Like, it's so many things dealing with the Forex. I was just like, you know what? Let me stick with stocks. And so that's kind of where I was at with that. You said, wouldn't that be to my advantage? It all depends. Everything is just dependent, right? Because let's say if I have Canadian money and then China devalues Canadian money, like say if they dump in American dollars now, it could end up not in your favor. You know, that means they devaluing your money, meaning that your money means nothing. So you might have bought it here and then they bring it down to here and you lose, you know, you're losing. So, but anyway, fast money. Y'all drop that fast money down one time for me. One time, pound sign, fast money, pound sign, fast money, pound sign, fast money. Yo, yo, yo. Let me get that fast money in there. Hey. I see a couple of y'all. Yeah. Pound sign, fast money, pound sign, fast money. Yeah, man, I might need to make a song called Fast Money or something, man, because I need some kind of little slogan song to be playing, you know. Let me see. Yeah, stock is going to go back up. I mean, businesses make money, right? Like, that's like saying, would you buy commodities or would you buy real goods? I don't buy commodities. Like, I don't buy, well, what's that considered a commodity? I don't buy gold and silver. I don't buy gold and silver because they don't, like, let's say when I ask somebody, I say, would you buy, if you had $800, you buy $800 worth of gold or $800 worth of cattle, which one would you buy? Or let's say you got $2,000. You can buy $2,000 worth of gold. You can buy $2,000 worth of cattle. Which one would you buy? People say, I buy the gold. That's dumb, okay? That's dumb. But you know right now, that's a dumb choice because that gold, even with inflation and it goes up, over the next 5 to 10 years, even if it goes up, say if it doubles in 5 years. That's fine. I don't even care because you know what the problem is? Because inflation is not going to double in 5 years, okay? It's going to like 4% a year or whatever like that. It's not going to double in 5 years. But with that $2,000, I bought a bull and a female. Or I bought 2 females and they was already pregnant. They was already bred. So my cows is going to double next year. And that 2,000 turned into 4,000. Then I bring a bull in. I pay for artificial insemination, or I bring a bull in, I borrow a bull from a cousin or something like that, or I trade one of those females for a bull. Now, let's say I trade one of those females for a bull. So now I still got 4 cows, but I got 3 females. The next year, I'm going to double again, or I'm going to get 3 more cows because it take a year for a cow to have a cow, like 9 months or something like a person. So it take another year. So you got 3 cows. Now, those cows are still $1,000 a piece, but you started with $2,000. Now you got, what, you was talking like 7,000 now? So now you're like 7,000, and we just only 3 years in. Now, the next year, hopefully we got more females that we can just breed them back to, but maybe we got males. We're just going to trade them out for some other females, or maybe sell one, make a couple money, buy some hay, whatever you got to do, and then you're just going to keep doubling. In a 10-year time span, you can probably have like $80,000 worth of cows, versus that gold bar that just looks pretty. And when people get hungry, they can't eat gold. They can eat the cow. They can make ribs out of it. They can make fur out of it, get fur off it. They can get the hide or whatever. They can do all that kind of stuff. They can get the leather. So you want to have something that makes more of itself. And gold is not just not going to do that. So anyway, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to make that shirt. We coming with the shirt. Fast money, man. All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm out of here. Subscribe. Casino is the name. Tell your people. Make sure you get some people to subscribe. Make sure y'all do that. And there are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino.